and welcome to my YouTube channel. And welcome to day 3 of using different goodies from the February 2026 Spellbinders All Clubs Crate. So today I decided we would use the embossing folder of the month, and this is called Spring Stripes. And I did a little bit of prep work ahead of time. I'm also going to use the bonus die that came in the All Clubs crate, and this is the Season of Faith die. And then I'm also using the scallop and stitched edge ovals dies, and I'm going to use for a sentiment one of the sentiments from the stamp and die of the month. So I prepped everything ahead of time because I'm a little bit in a rush today, so I wanted to get this video done quickly. But I just grabbed some different shades of yellow cardstock from my stash because remember, we're doing kind of a monochromatic color scheme for each day's project. And let's see, I'm also going to use my Gina K Wild Dandelion ink, and that's what I use to stamp the sentiment, and it just says Easter Blessings. And I have my card panel or my card base ready to go. Now, I did emboss this lighter yellow cardstock, and all this is cardstock I had in my stash. I still haven't cut into my Spellbinders cardstock yet, but I will. And I embossed this, but I cut out my background layer of my little church from the center here so that the little openings to the windows look like yellow, kind of like they're lit up from the inside. And then for my trim and the cross and the door, I used some gold glitter cardstock. And the church I left white, and then of course the greenery there. So I put this together off camera, but I think it turned out pretty cute, right? So I did that. And then I wanted to place this image and sentiment on an oval background. So I did cut that out of this little bit darker of a pale yellow. So I'm going to mat those like that. So before I mat them and before I layer everything up, I do want to add some ink blending to the edges of this cardstock. So let me do that first. So I'm just going to grab my Wild Dandelion here. And I'm going to ink blend also around my stitched oval here, just to add kind of more sunshiny yellow to this cardstock. And I'm loving the way this is looking. Perfect. And I'm liking the idea of doing this monochromatic look for each of the projects. So day 1, I used pinks. Day 2, I used blues. Today, I'm using yellows. And not sure what I'm going to use for day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know, but we'll figure it out on those days. Now, as you know, I will be giving away 3 prizes. And on the intro video I did for this, I kind of explained it a little bit. But you will be collecting secret words every day. So I know you're anxiously awaiting for today's secret word. Make sure you collect them, make sure you write them down, and keep track of them. But today's secret word is chocolate. Okay? Now, I've got those ink blended. Now, I also thought I might like to just add some ink over the embossing just to give it an added touch of yellow. So I'm just lightly going over this with my Wild Dandelion ink pad. I'm trying to stay just on the embossed layer, not get in between. Ooh, I like that. I think that's good. Maybe a little more here towards the top. Whoops. All right. So let me put my ink away and clean up this mess. This is why I love working on my glass mat, because it is so easy to clean up. Okay, now that I have all my ink blending done that I planned on doing, I'm going to go ahead and add this embossed layer to the matte layer of the darker yellow. Okay, trying to center it as best we can. Alrighty, and then, oops, I got glue back there, no problem. I am going to add my little oval, actually, yeah. I was thinking of popping this up, but what I'm going to do is pop up the little church sentiment instead. Oh, look how pretty. That yellow is just so bright and cheerful, don't you think? Okay, let me get this attached. And I should have just put this on my card base because now I have glue all over the place. All right, so I have my top folding card base here, and I'm just going to attach this to my card base. And I could put some more cardstock behind this open area where I did my die cutting, but you know, I don't really think you'll be able to tell because I do have that oval placed there, and then I'll have my little die cut and sentiment. Okay. And I think I need a little bit more glue under this part of the oval. So let me get that down there. I'm so excited to do this giveaway, you guys. I'm just like, yay. I'm just kind of glad that I mistakenly ordered extras. Okay, so then I'm going to put the church there, but as I mentioned, I do want to pop it up on some foam tape. So I'll grab my big roll of foam tape. And I'm not sure if I said it already, but I will be sure to link to the products I'm using in the description box. Okay, foam tape on our church. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put foam tape on my sentiment. Kind of thinking about it. Let's see how this church looks first, and then we'll decide on the sentiment. And then day 3 project will be done rather quickly because I prepped everything ahead of time. I had to get it done before I head out to my appointment. Okay, so I think our little church can be centered right here. Right? That looks good. And then the sentiment, I think I might just lay flat. Yeah, I'm just gonna glue that on. I could have cut extra layers of cardstock so I wouldn't have to fuss with foam tape, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. So I decided to just lay this flat, whoopsie, and just put it on my oval. Very simple card, but I think it looks beautiful the way it is. What do you think? How do you like the yellow on this card? I actually like it. I'm not a big yellow fan, but I'm liking it here. It looks really nice, really cheerful and springy and Easterish, right? Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.